Dr. Sunil Jantanavaratna, Secretary to the Ministry of Higher Education, Professor Graham Turpin, the keynote speaker, distinguished academics and researchers from the international universities, members of the CRP academic and administration staff, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud of myself as the Academic Director of Colombo Institute of Research and Psychology to address you today at the opening ceremony of ICAP Sri Lanka 2014. This is a significant achievement in our path to become an international reputed and a credible academic and a research institute. We have a very short history as an academic institution, but a history that we are certainly proud of. We have pioneered many initiatives that has positively contributed to the development of the field of psychology and research in Sri Lanka. We have launched the first international recognized BSc program in psychology that could be completed in Sri Lanka, and the first international recognized applied psychology master's degree that could be completed in Sri Lanka. And also from January, we have planned to start the PhD program as well. Through these efforts, we have increased the number of qualified psychology practitioners in Sri Lanka from just 22 in 2012 to around 80 by 2014, a threefold surge. We have attracted students from many neighboring countries. In fact, out of the 450 currently studying at CRP, around 30% are international students. And I'm so proud to say that we have just achieved British Psychological Society accreditation for the BSc program we offer in collaboration with University of Coventry. We're the only university or college to be awarded accreditation by BPS outside UK anywhere in the world. So we're indeed proud of our achievement. Coming back to the conference, the goal of ICAP is to bring together regional and international psychologists and researchers to a common platform to share their knowledge, experience, and expertise that would nurture the field of psychology in South Asia and inspire younger generations to start and get on with research, which facilitates our final goal of making psychology an established field of study and practice in Sri Lanka as well as in the South Asian region. Psychology in South Asia has a long way to go to match its developed counterparts. In my perspective, there are three main issues that has stalled the development of psychology in Sri Lanka, as well as in the entire region. They are lack of awareness, lack of recognition, and lack of regulation. These are interdependent issues connected to each other in a cyclic manner. If you study the demographics of the students who apply for psychology programs and the individuals who seek psychotherapeutic help, you will see that most of them belong to certain upper socioeconomic classes of the society. This is a very good example that demonstrates the depth of penetration of psychology in our society. Reason is very simple. The decision what to study in a university, whether it's decided by the individuals in the West or whether it's decided by parents, like in most of the cases in the part of our region, depends on a few factors. The most influential being in this region, employability and prestige. In Sri Lanka, I'm sure most of you are aware that we have only one psychologist for every 1 million of people. So that means there could be a lot of jobs available, and psychology should be one of the most demanded bachelor's degrees in the country, but it's not like that. What is the reason? Children or people, most of them do not know about a profession called a psychologist. Children or the adults have never seen a psychology clinic in their town, never seen a psychologist at a hospital, never seen a job vacancy for a psychologist appearing on papers. They have not heard of psychologists who have helped and saved people to inspire them or to create passion. So no wonder that no one aspires to become psychologists in this part of the region. Therefore, lack of awareness across socioeconomic classes is a major obstacle to development of psychology in this region. Because when you talk about lack of awareness, most of the individuals only consider about the lack of awareness about the therapy available or whatever the help available through psychology, but people don't talk about this aspect which actually stalls the development of psychology in the region. And then the lack of regulation of profession, that's one of the most important issues. This allows individuals who are interested in the field for many different reasons, to refer to themselves as psychologists, therapists, and counselors. Lack of regulation would allow people to practice whatever they call psychology. So the few individuals of the society who are aware of psychology would seek help with these therapists, and the results would not be very good. But what we need to understand is that this not only harms the client, but also the profession. Because in most of the cases, the people would not understand that what they underwent is not proper psychology. So as a result, rather than saying that the individual is not capable, they would say that psychology is not capable of solving their issues, which would repel even the few individuals who are aware about the solutions that they could get from psychology. So that's a second issue to my understanding. And both lack of awareness and lack of regulation then leads to lack of recognition. Governments would not recognize psychology as a serious profession. General public would not recognize psychotherapy as a credible treatment option. And the other academics would not recognize psychology as a reliable science. For example, this is one of the reasons that psychiatrists in the region are not taking psychology seriously, or not giving its due place as an equal perspective rather than an inferior perspective. Because they have seen the individuals who call themselves psychologists and counselors failing more than being successful in whatever the interventions do. So, like I told you, this is one of the biggest obstacles. Since the profession is not regulated, it would never allow us to get a chance to get it recognized from the institutions as well as from the general public. Therefore, I strongly believe that as individuals who are passionate about psychology, we should work together to overcome these three main issues if we are to receive credibility to psychology in this region. And that is one of the main aims of this conference. It is unfortunate that still many psychology enthusiasts in this region are unable to come together to at least for the sake of the profession. Psychologists in Sri Lanka are divided by the university they graduated from, the professor who supervised them, their favorite therapy method, if you are a local or a foreign graduate, or if you are from capital or the suburb. What they don't realize is that while we stick to our camps and frown at each other, there are thousands of innocent people from our community committing suicide, put on lifelong heavy medication for life issues, being given ECT for non-compliance to drug therapy. I believe for most of us who have benefited from tax money of these citizens have a moral responsibility to come together to do the least with our knowledge and qualifications and expertise. As long as we don't do that, I do not believe that we should call ourselves intellectuals or we are worthy of the title healers. Therefore, as organizers of ICAP, I invite all of you to use ICAP as a forum to discuss these issues, build partnerships, network to establish a strong community of psychology professionals to overcome these issues. Once again, welcome to ICAP 2014 and have a successful conference and a pleasant stay in Sri Lanka. Thank you.